Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Mama. I want to give a double honors to the elder apostles of GMS. Salutations to the sincere Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the Karab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. Not today. I'll be coming out with a little quick lesson, a little quick hit, try to get a little workout in before camp. But it's an impromptu. It ain't nothing really planned. But without further ado, I'm gonna get right into the scriptures. I'm gonna just start out with Proverbs chapter 23, verse 20. It says, "Be not amongst wine bibbers, amongst riotous eaters of the flesh." Be not amongst wine bibbers or riotous eaters of the flesh. Don't be amongst people who want to live in sin, who transgress the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. Don't be caught amongst them. Don't number yourself amongst them, because they're like, and even in the situation, somebody that like to drink all the time. Wine bill, they like to drink all the time. There's nothing wrong with drinking, having a glass of wine or some strong drink from time to time. That is no problem. But don't be amongst people who's constantly doing this. Riotous eaters of the flesh. Folk who live in transgression, who go according to the flesh, who don't live according to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Don't be amongst them, because in that can cause problems. People that, let's say you have people that drink all the time. Eventually they're gonna start fighting, hollering, and arguing at each other. They're gonna remove and then do the things of the flesh. They're not gonna move in the spirit. So don't be caught amongst people. Basically, don't be caught amongst people that don't believe like you believe. If they ain't believing like you believe, you shouldn't even be trying to break bread with them, unless the Most High has put it on you to tell them the truth. And once you tell them, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You told them. If they don't accept it, if they don't believe it, then guess what? They're in the hands of the Heavenly Father now. And we already know that 2/3 of our people are going to receive a judgment for living wickedly. But don't be trying to be linked up with these folks. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4. Salakia, 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. It says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness?" So there you go right there, plain and stated. Don't be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. Don't be trying to link up and be hanging with people that don't believe like you believe. Don't be trying to fit in. Because when you come into this truth and you accept that the Lord, He is, that the Father, that He is, and that we are Israel, and you start walking according to the scriptures, the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, you cannot be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. You cannot be caught up with people that don't believe like you believe, because it'll create some kind of striation between you. And one of two things will either happen. It's going to happen. You're either going to influence them to come unto righteousness, or they're going to influence you to go unto wickedness and cause you to lose your crown, cause you to lose your spot with Yahweh Yahweh Shai. So again, don't be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. What does light have to do with darkness? They are polar opposites. You believe, they don't. That's a total opposite. Light and darkness are polar opposites. They don't have nothing to do with each other. Light and dark don't mix. You ain't finna take light and get dark and then put it together and make dim. It doesn't work. Either light or you darkness. But so don't be trying to link up with people that don't believe like you believe. Last point. Sirach 14 and 16. It says, "All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave unto his like." See, all flesh are going to consort according to his kind. So if you live in righteously, guess what? What's going to happen? You're going to tend to be around people that are righteous. When you're not a believer of Yahweh Yahushua, you're not believing in the truth, guess what? You're going to tend to be around people who don't believe in the truth, who continue to live in sin. That's what you're going to do. So it was just a quick hit. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go down to verse 17. It says, "What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with God." They say, "What fellowship does a wolf have with a lamb? Wolves eat lambs." So the same thing. What does the sinner with the godly? If you live in godly, ain't really nothing y'all can talk about. One is unrighteousness, one is in unrighteousness. One is living in the light, one is living in the darkness. There is no common ground, polar opposites. But just a quick hit, I ain't want to be before you too long. Shalom.